This is Shumi from OVERDRIVE and I'm going to introduce you to the Pulsar 200NS. You know that we've done a video like this from the press conference. The difference is now we've actually ridden this motorcycle, so I can give you a little bit more of an insight into how all the technology works and how the motorcycle feels on the road. It starts with its new face. It has a bit of the Benelli TNT in it. It has a bit of an influence of the Duke in it, but what it is a unique, distinctive front end. Makes the Pulsar look even more aggressive than before, and to be honest, I quite like it. Down here, new wave discs. As you know, nice split spoke alloy wheels. I quite like them as well. It's a very nice design. These are TVS Euro grip tires. I understand MRF is also going to be a part of the OEM partner, and we thought that these tires were a little too hard for this motorcycle, that the chassis has ability left over, which we can't really use right now. But they tell us that there will or may be an option of softer tires that you can purchase additionally at the showroom and upgrade your motorcycle. If you're into riding fast, I think that is one of the things you should do, because I think the chassis has more ability right now than these tires release, and you will have benefits. Obviously those tires will wear out faster. This is the pedal disc. It's manufactured by Vibre, the Indian Brembo operation. Behind that is this new engine. We checked with Bajaj what the similarities or differences between the KTM engine and this one are, and they tell us that the bottom end and the gearbox are more or less the same as the KTM, but the difference, and it's a big difference, lies in the top end of the engine. Compared to the, and of course the sprocketting is also different, but the big difference is here. If you look at this head, you know that this has 4 valves, single overhead camshaft. It's got 3 spark plugs, and the block itself here is different because it's a pent-roof combustion chamber, and together what this gives this motorcycle is very awesome refinement. There's a lot of power on the motorcycle. It's pulling cleanly from as low as 2000 RPM, and Bajaj said that they could have geared this differently if they had different performance targets to achieve, but as of now it's a fast, rapid motorcycle, slightly slower than the KTM overall, but it will obviously be significantly cheaper, and it feels really nice to ride. The engine is mounted in this. This is the new twin spar frame, or as Bajaj calls it, the perimeter frame. It's a pressed steel unit. It holds the engine. The engine is hung from it using mounts like these aluminium colored bits. It's a liquid cooled engine. That's what this is the coolant indicator. That's the radiator shroud, and basically you use liquid cooling to get greater thermal stability, but in terms of manufacturing it becomes very complicated, because you've got to get 3 spark plugs, 4 valves, the SOHC unit, all of that paraphernalia, plus the oil flow jackets and the water jacket into the motorcycle. It's a fairly complicated engine to build. This time the Pulsar is a monoshock. You can see the piggyback reservoir there. It's a gas charged monoshock mounted directly to the swing arm. The swing arm is here. It's a box section unit, but it's not aluminium. And then of course the single disc at the back. Notice the wheels. I quite like these split fork wheels at the front and the rear. I think they're quite nice. Now to the bodywork. This, what you're looking at, is actually a tank cover. It's not actually the fuel tank. It's a plastic. The reason for this is obviously that it's difficult to manufacture metal in this kind of detail. I'm going to refocus on the black area so you see amount of detail. To me, this is a busy design. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a busy design. There are lots of lines and curves and slashes going on. It makes the motorcycle distinctive looking, definitely. Let me just refocus so you get the colors right. Yeah, this is the yellow colored motorcycle. It's a very small stubby rear end with a very nice number plate hanger. It's a clever design. If you look at it visually, it's not that skinny a rear section, but the colors make it look like it. I quite like it. Then there are of course the huggers, the foot pegs, and all of those assemblies. Here you are. There are the assemblies in detail. That's the center stand. That's what's most likely to scrape when you go around the corner. Very fast, of course. It's much faster than the old Pulsar in terms of the chassis' ability to handle cornering speed and cornering clearances. But it's also easier to lean the bike over, so the chances of you scraping things are higher on this motorcycle. It's just a sign of how much more ability the motorcycle really has. Quickly take you to the meters. I'll just switch them on so you can see them. Oh, sorry, I switched it off. Whoa, what happened? Ah, there you are. So there you go, those are the meters. That's what they look like. On that side are all the idiot lights, the side stand indicator at the bottom, then the high beam, then the neutral, and the indicators. In the middle is a large tacho with a digital fuel gauge, and on the left is a clock, the 0 kph, that's the speedo, and the odometer. That's the motorcycle. Overall, I rode it today. It felt really nice and fast. The handling is really sharp. I do think that this is a stiffly sprung motorcycle. We'll verify this when we road test it soon. But I think it will be much stiffer than the old Pulsar. It's definitely way more capable than the old Pulsar. Inevitably, you will compare it to the KTM, but I have to give you the lowdown is that there are two different motorcycles in feel. The KTM is extremely aggressive, very quick up the revs. It's a close ratio gearbox, and in that sense it feels a lot more sportier than this motorcycle, whereas this feels like the right evolution for the Pulsar. The gears, you can hold on to the gears for long, it pulls nicely, there's lots of refinement going on. The gearbox is much more secure feeling than the old Pulsar gearboxes. The shift lever effort and all of that is just spot on. It's a positive gearbox. And overall, I'm very, very impressed with what Bajaj have pulled off. The second generation Pulsar is actually a very, very impressive motorcycle. Launch dates should be about April. Prices will come out then. We're not sure. I estimate 85 to 90,000 rupees for this, the 200. And of course, Bajaj has said that along with KTM, more motorcycles from KTM as well as Bajaj are on the way, including more Pulsars. For instance, this is called the Naked Sport, which I presume means that there are other versions of this motorcycle. Maybe an FF, a fully fed, or no, not a cruiser, but maybe a super motard version. I don't know. Bajaj is not officially commented on this, but the addition of the words Naked Sports tells me there are more motorcycles to come from this platform. Overall, very, very impressive motorcycle. I'm very happy to ride it, and we can't wait to road test this.